In this video, I'm going to quickly demonstrate how you could utilize old MobileStaker XML format to import a job from Orbitas RMS into partner staking. The MobileStaker XML format has been in place since version 3.7, if I remember correctly. So approximately 2005 timeframe. Technically, it's even been in place a little before that because it was in use. It was called Staking Buddy XML at that time, before 2005, but it's essentially the same format. It's a bit of a hidden feature inside Partner, but it has been there all along. It doesn't require any specific module, and any formatted XML file can be imported through it. It does have to be specifically formatted, however, which we have done with Orbitas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out of Orbitas RMS and log back in. So to get to Orbitas RMS, of course, you just go to any browser and type in www.orbitas.xyz, put in your username and password credentials, and log in. And when I log in, you can see that I have one single job up here called work order 0227. And if I look at it, if you just finished watching the Orbitas module demonstration, we just created this job from Partner by sending it out to Orbitas with Orbitas with the Orbitas module, modified it, and brought it back in. But just to show you another way to bring those files in, I'm going to take that exact same job. I'm going to come up here to Actions and export this out. And I'm going to export it to a Partner Software XML format using a lat/lon coordinate system. Simply hit Export. And it'll take a few seconds to crunch, but then it'll prompt me to ask where I want to download this. So the recommended thing to do would be to download these files to the same folder every time. So if I put this in my documents and I maybe create a folder called Partner Staking Files, and then I could open that folder and save it into that. Then what I would want to do is browse to the folder and extract the files to that Partner Staking folder. Okay, so pretty simple so far. Logged into Orbitas RMS, exported to a Partner XML format. It downloads a zip file wherever I want to, and then I can right click and extract those files into this directory that I want to keep them in. I could have also done this another way, and I'll actually show it both ways. I could have created a subdirectory with that specific work order number inside this directory, and you'll see why I wanted to point out both methods. Okay, if we now open up back in Partner, excuse me, and come in here and open a job, work order 022327, and I'm going to call this work order C. I'll hit create. I'll come in here, stay staked by. I'll give it a work plan number and a work order name and hit OK. Then I'm going to come up here to File, Staker, Mobile Device File Import. Again, this is a built-in function, and the default is MobileStaker XML files. However, it doesn't know where I'm looking. Usually the default is an F. Again, this comes back from Staking Buddy days when you used to plug in a memory card and the memory card reader was set to automatically read the F drive. In this case, I put them in my documents, so I want to browse to documents, and remember I created a folder called Partner Staking Files. If I hit open on that, it's going to give me a couple warnings. That warning was, if you're curious what that is, it was saying it didn't see any red lines. Well, I didn't collect any red lines in the job. That's why I didn't see any. But it does now recognize work order 0227 with 7 locations. I can hit preview, shows me the preview of the job, and then I hit OK. Will take just a second to process. And now that job is imported from Orbitos directly into Partner Staking using nothing but the XML format. I did want to show you, I'll go ahead and discard and close this. I did want to show you that you could create a subfolder under that directory. So if I go back to mobile device file import again, oops, sorry, I had closed my job. I need to open my job back up. And I hit mobile device file import. It can't find red lines, but it automatically opens up to that partner staking job and finds the work order that's in there. If I wanted to use the subfolder, I would then have to browse to the actual subfolder, hit open, and it'll find the exact same job. But I will have to change that directory structure every time I go to do the import if I'm using the subfolder option. However, if I just extract them to that documents partner staking files every time and extract them, it will override the XMLs that are in there, and then it'll just find them by default when you open this this dialog up. That's it.